Hello guys, I'm back. Well, sorry about this Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Unfortunately, Monday, what was it? How should I put my words? It's not that I forgot to do it, but it's more of Monday I tried to do it in the afternoon. Server was down, but I could have done it earlier, but I didn't because I was so busy playing my own video games. Tuesday, everyone's home. Everyone in my family's at home, and Wednesday I prefer to do it where no one, and I mean no one, is able to hear me. So times like this is normally better for me. Well, with that, guys, I am terribly sorry. No, wait, Monday I had to do it with World of Tanks, but apparently that failed because I made it too long. So as such, it became a fail. Then I had to do it on Wednesday because I know Tuesday is already going to be a public holiday, which means everyone's home. Too bad for me. So basically that means I've missed 3 days. So no way, I've missed more actually. Last week as well. Some of the days. For some reason, some of it slipped my mind. Probably back then I was still recovering, even from trying to get sleep from the Japan trip. Still trying, but oh well. I wish for your support, guys. Please give me support. Like, how should I put it? Oh my. Oh, I forgot. No wonder. I was like, wait a minute. I totally forgot about this. Shoot. Just great. How did I forget about this? Okay, oh yeah, I should go to my dorm and check, just in case. Okay, thank you, Maryland. You say you'll retire now. In exchange for Colorado. I also have the West Virginia. So let's use them. Though this is gonna take a while, but I can use the 5K. Give a minute. There, finish. Time to upgrade Maryland. To the Maryland battleship. To be honest, I have very few battleships. Very few. Though I have no idea why on earth I have so few of them. I have no idea why. Probably because I've been using them to upgrade. Probably. And yeah, I have the extras. And boom. It's a full upgrade. Wish you could fly. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, as a matter of fact, the Issei class is the only aviation battleship in the world. One of the only true aviation battleships. She packs, if I remember correctly, 8 14-inch guns like the Fuso. That's because they're, well, number 3 and Issei and Hyuga are number 3 and number 4 of the class, so it makes sense. But they also carry a complement, I think, of 22 aircraft as well, making them kind of powerful. For something of their size, that's kind of powerful. Though in actuality, they didn't carry any. So, oh well. I'm like, man, that would have been interesting to see because, well, It's just cool, but oh well. They already done it to the Fuso and Yamashiro, so why on earth would you do it to Issa and Hyuga? Well, I think my reason would be that Issa and Hyuga are the only true aviation battleships of the 20th century. The only true ones. Well, that's because that really happened. Because in 1942 they were supposed to be converted to aircraft carriers, but because of the Battle of Midway, that failed. Because of the Battle of Midway. So they kind of halted the process, as such leaving them as aviation battleships. But, well, actually for an aviation battleship, they're quite formidable since they're one of the Fuso class. Even with, how many was it? 1, 2, I think it's 3 of them. No, wait. Sorry, it's 2 gun turrets. 2 twin 14-inch guns removed, but oh well, at least they've got some air supremacy, which I must say, if you are to strike an enemy fleet that has no air cover, I mean like no aircraft carriers, no whatever, you're basically more or less fine, more or less, because well, you can just strike them without worrying that your planes will be shot down by the enemy carrier. So that's the good thing about the Issei class. But because the situation was 1944, well, that didn't happen. Because of course America won the Battle of Midway and the Battle of the Coral Sea. Because of those 2 victories, Japan was defeated for good. They're like, please send us to heaven. Then America is like, okay, why not? Let's send them to heaven. Boom, heaven. Which means surrender anyway. After this, I will be doing... Let me think for a bit. Okay. After this, I will be doing a bit of... well... Wall of Tanks for a while. Then after that I'll do Naval Creed, which I haven't done in a while. For those 2, I haven't done it in a while, but I want to. After all, well, Wall of Tanks I kinda gave up long ago. Same with Naval Creed and all the other games. That's because most of the views are actually on this series. Which, of course, I swear to heaven, I will probably not stop. But maybe every now and then. Probably by end of the month. And hopefully by end of the year I can get the animation out. But it's gonna be a trick. A very tricky thing for me. Because this will be the first time that I'll ever do it. But of course I'm excited. After all, it's gonna be my one. Now, if I were to cast my main characters, well, this would be difficult. I mean, all the particular types. Well, as you guys know, my current battle group has 3 cruisers and 1 battleship, 1 battle cruiser, 1 carrier. Well, to be honest, actually it's a very good combination. And of such, a very good combo. Not gonna lie, it's a very good combo move. But I only face 1 problem. And, well, actually it's kind of a big one. Why not? Let's finish him. Oh. China! The goddamn Chinese! No, 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 not China. Anything but China. Why did it have to be China that joins this? Why? Oh yeah, I've got something to show you guys. I'm already at part 3. To be honest, I can leave just part 2 alone, which means I've been basically wasting so much of my resources for nothing. Ah, North Carolina, please, come out. I just want you. To be honest, she kind of looks beautiful. In my eyes, at least. And to be honest, if you guys want to know about North Carolina, if there's a few things you should know about North Carolina is that North Carolina is America's first battleship in at least 20 years. Which their last battleship was the Colorados, which of course were one of the big 7s. I mean, there were 3 of the big 7, and I think, come to think of it, I think the description is also wrong. Because the Big 7 consists of 2 Nagato-class battleships, 2 Nelson-class battleships, and of course 3 Colorado. Wait. Did I get the number? No, I didn't get it wrong. I was like, wait a minute, did I just get it wrong or is it just me? But, yeah, I was right. 3 Colorados, 2 Nelsons, 2... wait, not... I was gonna say a Congo or something. But no, it's 2 Nagatos, making the Big 7, and of the 1920s and 1930s. After all, they mount the largest guns on a warship that no one else has, except Japan, America, and Britain. And to be honest, at the time, they were the 3 most powerful countries. No, wait, sorry, not the most powerful countries, the most powerful navies of their time. They were arguably the most powerful. Because, well, all 3 of them had so many battleships. All 3 of them have so many this and that. And to be honest, I want to upgrade Laffy like right this second. But please, let me upgrade her. You are not going to sleep. Aircraft carriers. Why not? Throw that in. I'm like, why not? Let's throw it in. Oh, the Grey Ghost. Well, I can understand why she doesn't want to lose. Cancel. To be honest, I have so many of these, like, very good doctrines, so why not? Suffolk, upgrade. Oh wait, shouldn't I be doing defenses? Wait, I should be reinforcing my defenses. Oh my god, what am I doing? Never mind, who cares? Because after all, they're part of the main fleet, so nothing wrong. But oh well. As I was saying, North Carolina is America's first battleship in like 20 years or so. As like I said, the class before her was the Colorados, so that means to say she's been in development for such a long time. If I were to estimate how long she's been in development, maybe around 5 years. 5 to 10 years at least. But all in all, well, the North Carolinas were better than all their predecessors because they were the first to break the 21 knots, which was a terrible problem for American battleships. And I'm not gonna lie, it is a very terrible problem. But they kind of solved the problem with the North Carolina, South Dakota, and of course the Iowa, and Iowa's successor, Montana. Though Montana was only designed but never actually built. But you know what? It feels like I should go through the classes one by one, as in the 1940s, because America built only 3 classes of battleships in the 1940s, whereas everyone else kind of built more than that. Well, that's because, one, America hasn't joined World War II. So I think that's one of the many reasons why America has so few battleships. So, okay, first off, I'll explain North Carolinas. North Carolinas and South Dakotas are more or less the same. Except, well, North Carolina is a bit shorter than, of course, the much larger one than the South Dakotas. They both can hit a top speed of 27 knots. They have the same guns, what was it? 16-inch Mark 6. That's the one that I fitted on Arizona, which isn't... No, wait, sorry, that's the MK5, which... The 406 Mark 5 is the Colorado's guns. The 406 Mark 6 is, of course, the North Carolina and South Dakota classes. It belongs to them, and only them. They have, I think, 25-inch dual-purpose artillery, which that number could be the same with the Iowa, because she too has that number of secondary batteries. But what made them so impressive is, I mean, very distinguishable from other battleships, is their AA defenses. They carry some of the most modern anti-air guns of the war. For example, you've got the 40mm Bofor, you've got the 20mm Oerlikons, and so on and so forth. No, wait, those were the only ones. The 20mm Oerlikons and the 40mm Bofors. And like I said, unlike other American battleships, they have a good top speed of 27 knots, with Iowa hitting 35, which I must say, is she some kind of, what was it? I don't know how to put it. Some kind of deja vu machine, because, duh, she has a top speed of 35 knots. It makes sense. Actually, all three of them is more or less the same, except their lengths are all 100% different. North Carolina being the shortest of the three, followed by South Dakota, and then of course Iowa. But if I were to pick which of the three classes of battleship that I love so much, between Iowa, South Dakota, and North Carolina, well, if I were to say the one that's out is the South Dakota, because I don't know much about them. They have a few famous ones like the Alabama, which, if you guys watch World of Warships, Naval Legends, Alabama, well, she fired the first American 16-inch rounds, and somehow she was so hastily put into service that she didn't have time to prepare. As a result, yeah. She also fought the Jean Bart in a 1-to-1 engagement, but, well, no way, was it Massachusetts or was it Alabama? Shit, I don't remember which of the two is it, but I know it's either one of them, Alabama or the Massachusetts. No way, it is the Alabama. Now I come to think of it, because I remember watching the video as well. But if I would, so with South Dakota's out of the way, but they were good battleships. But still, not without. I mean, it doesn't have too many flaws. Not that many I could think of, because of their extremely good. I mean, they're pretty well balanced. If I were to speak myself, I'm in terms of armor, anti-aircraft, and of course main weaponry. They're kind of an all-even type of battleships because of their, well, I don't know, but something tells me that they're better than any other battleships ever designed. meaning, let's say the Yamato, the Bismarck, so on and so forth. Any, it's better designed, I mean, in my eyes, it's better designed than any of the other battleships that it was ever put to service by any other navy, because, well, like I said, they have very good defense. I mean, the armor is kind of very good. I would say that myself. Their AA defenses too good that they could shoot down pretty much anything before that they reach the carriers. Those of you that know Battle 360, for example, well, that's one of them. So they featured North Carolina's AA defenses, and she could shoot down most of them. So that's how good American battleships were true. I mean, like, how good they were. In terms of a few, they've got the speed. I mean, the Americans needed a fast battleship that could do, what was it? I mean, I just don't know what to say anymore. Because I kind of lost my words for a second again. Sometimes I just need to cool. Okay. We needed a battleship, a kind of battleship that was fast, that was faster than at least their predecessors. They need a battleship that has very good armor. They need a battleship that has good air defense. That way they can protect the carriers from anything that is ever to be thrown at them. So, as a result, North Carolina, as a result of their designing, they made the North Carolinas, if I were to say, they're good. But Iowa is just as good. If not, well, obviously it's better. Iowa was the last class of battleships ever produced in the United States. They were, of course, the Iowa, which is in Kansai collection right now. The New Jersey holds his flagship. As in, you know, if you guys know the Battle of Leyte Gulf, his flagship was the battleship New Jersey. The USS Missouri in the Battleship movie, and the Wisconsin for, well, America. No, wait, sorry. Wisconsin, she took part in many wars along with her sisters, so making them arguably one of the most decorated the most decorated battleships of the 20th century. The most decorated of them all. And Missouri was the last battleship constructed by the United States, not the Wisconsin, those of you who might think, well, BB-63, BB-64, Missouri 63, and Wisconsin is 64. And you guys might think, well, it's obvious that Wisconsin is the last. But if I were to say, it's completely false. Why I'd say it's false? If you take a look at their commissioning dates, Wisconsin was earlier than her sister, the Missouri. So, and Wisconsin was put into service earlier than the Missouri. So that means Missouri is America's last battleship ever put into service. But anyway, well, nonetheless, all three, no, sorry, I was gonna say like three, but I was like, wait a minute, there's four of them, so why am I saying three all of a sudden? Anyway, all four of them served in World War II. The Iowas were recalled for Korea. They were recalled. And then Vietnam. And of course the Cold War between Russia and America. But, well, those of you who know the Cold War, whoever makes the wrong step it will basically be an all-out nuclear war. They also took part in the Battle of the Persian Gulf, 1991. Back then, the Americans were still designing their new class of heavy cruisers at the time, which were the Ticonderoga. No, wait, sorry. I forgot. Shit. Give me a second. If I remember, they were designing the Ticonderogas, so they had nothing to put in there except a battleship, which is, well, by then very old. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty old. Please, no, please let me get her. Please, I need this battleship. But, well, if you guys are thinking, why are battleships still there? I can give you one answer. Well, during the Ronald Reagan 800 ship plan, he decided to bring all of the Iowas back into service, along with many other ships. Like, for example, the Midway class, which at the time there's only Midway, the last of the three sisters. And today she's being kept museum. I think they also brought back one of the 24 Essex. Yeah, it was one of them. That's for sure. They brought back one of the 24 Essex. Oh, shit. Why did I go in front of it? No! Oh well, never mind. I already been through this. And let's go eat some toast. Once this battle is over, well, I'm gonna have to be quick because, well, because I did it the other time I did it over 30 minutes. Well, yeah, it kind of split in two. So I don't want that to happen. No. So the only way I could do it is that I finish this as quickly as possible, but chances are pretty unlikely. So I will have no choice but to split this in two. So after this battle, I will pause the recording and then continue again, like right after. So that way, none of you, so that all of you have a clue what's going on already. But that's already going to be done in part 1. But nonetheless, well. Okay, what was it? I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite battleship? Leave that down in the comments below, and I will see them. Well, if I were to say of the whole world, it would be obviously Iowa and North Carolinas. They were good in terms of design. They had almost no flaws. Honestly, if I were to say myself, they almost have no flaws in terms of their design. Oh well. If I were to say from only Europe, well, you've got Bismarck, you've got King George, you've got Richelieu's, so on and so forth. So if I were to say my favorite from Europe, it's the Richelieu. Because they were just as fast as the Iowas. They were just as fast. Which is what, if Iowas and Richelieu's will go to head in terms of just speed alone, well, they're pretty much equal in terms of speed, but in terms of firepower, it's pretty obvious. 16 against 15. Well guys, I will end the video here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh wait, see you later. Bye guys.